पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट डिसिप्लिन है. इट इज़ एन एकेडमिक डिसिप्लिन, इट इज़ craft, it is an art, and it is an academic science also, and it plays very important role to inform public policy making. And public policy specialists usually benefit from the findings and insights of public administration specialists. Okay, but public administration usually deals with the questions of implementing public policies and running of the state. I mean day-to-day affairs of the state. And implementation studies are now considered a specialized field in the field of public policy, and implementation is very important field of public policy studies overall. And if you look at the content of the implementation studies, the implementation studies are generally concerned with the extent to which public policies are implemented. All of the policies are not implemented in full letter and spirit. So it is very important to know for the public policy scholars that which parts of a public policy are actually implemented and which parts of a public policy are under implemented. Okay, and then public administration as a discipline deals with the question of different styles of policy implementation. Authoritarian ways of policy implementation produce different results, and democratic ways of policy implementation may produce different results. Still, participatory ways of implementation of a particular public policy may produce different results. So public administration studies are generally concerned with knowing how various styles of policy implementation produce various results, and how to use those results to improve policy implementation. There are many policies which fail during the implementation process. The policies are usually well designed on the paper, but when they are implemented, they are not successful. And implementation studies or public administration as a field of study is concerned with the failure of public policies in the field. And usually the failure of public policies during implementation relates to the way they are implemented, the quality of the administrators, and the competence of the bureaucrats involved in the implementation of policies. Another question which is very important for policy implementation or public administration scholars is to evaluate public policies, to evaluate the outputs and the outcomes and the unintended consequences of various public policies. Okay, another question which public administration studies generally deal with relate to the bureaucratic reforms, and there are questions like how to reform civil services and how to make civil services or civil servants more responsive to the needs of the citizens. And as a result, public administration studies can help public policies change to enhance their benefits. So public administration as a discipline is very useful for the public policy scholars and for the public policy practitioners, because the public administrators are generally the implementers of the public policies designed either by the politicians or public policy experts. So the task of public administration studies is very practical. They directly deal with the behavior, the performance, the recruitment of the public administrators. So as public policy students, you can benefit a lot from the public administration studies.